Them niggas killed my mans.
Yeah,
I can't even say who did it
at all.
but his family tryna blame a nigga.
They
Boys
is.
tryna hang a nigga. Hoes playing the dirty game, they framing niggas. We
Yeah.
can't hit the club without them bangers with us. Bitch,
No.
we dangerous niggas. I done lost my mama and my daddy. Lost two
R.I.P.
sisters and my granny. My cousin killed my uncle, nigga, that's family. Some of my cousins out here saying
Yo,
they can't
yo,
stand
yo,
Fuck
it's
my
your boy
family
Mario
off that
Glover
pack,
in
y'all,
the
but nigga,
building,
this
and
ain't
we
man.
back with another one. This time it's a little different, man. We in our own spot, man. You know, Ayub tuned in and came through for your boy, man.
What's
What it
up,
do?
brother?
It
How you doing?
good, bro. Good, bro. I appreciate you for coming
No
through.
problem. Congrats on the studio, man. This is dope.
I appreciate it, man. It's coming along good, you know.
Sure.
I'm looking to do so much more with it and so much more for the city, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, man, this ain't about my studio. This about you, man. Tell us about AU.
It's pretty much A4L Productions. It's I try to get it away from my name, so I don't have my image on the company. But it's always great to have a great person behind the company. You know, someone that's able to talk to people and comfortable around people and cool with a lot of people. You know, you just got to have that good ambience so people can attract to you. So back to the company, man. A4L Productions. We've been up and running for 5 years. 2 years I've been a team. 3 years I was solo. Shout out to the team. I got TK shouted. He's doing behind the scenes right now. I got Alyssa Schultz. She's amazing at what she does. She's a photographer and she's a director as well. Me, I'm full-time director, so I make sure I'm filming at all time. And then I got Jalen Rashad. Shout out to Jalen Rashad. He recently picked up the camera back up. I've been begging him to pick it back up, man. I've been begging him to pick it back up. He's amazing at what he does. And that's us four, man. We're a solid team. We try to, do whatever we can to satisfy the clients at all costs. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now without them, so they make my job a lot easier. Other than that, man, A4L Productions, we're going to the top.
I'm not playing to the top. You heard him. So, man, like, were you born in Lansing? Like, where were you born at?
No, I was not born in Lansing. I'm full Somali. I was born in Somalia. No, I was born in Kenya, Mombasa. My parents left Somalia because of war and whatnot was going on. And crazy story about that, man. My dad was just talking to me the other day, and he actually told me it was like there was a different family that took our visa. So they went and tried to act like they were my family and try to come to America with our visa, right?
Wow.
So they were holding us up from coming to America and we didn't even know that. My parents didn't know what was going on in the situation and whatnot. But eventually when the visa department, whatever they're called, I don't know what they're called, but they invited my whole family to a meeting, and we all showed up and say it's you're the person that we talked to. The guy did not want to talk to my parents or no one. He literally picked me to the side, and at that time I was maybe like 5 or 6. He picked me to the side and was like, "Come here," and I went and talked to him, and he literally asked me. He was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna ask you any other questions. Just point out in these photos which one is your mom and which one is your dad." You know what I'm saying? So he showed me the imposters. He showed me the imposters. I was like, no. Then he showed me my parents, and I'm like, yeah, that's my mom and dad. So right off the bat, the guy doing the visa was like, approved, stamped it, and let us go. That was the end of the meeting. And I was shocked because I never even knew that story until a couple of days ago. I was sitting down talking to my dad, and he told me about that. And I was like, man, so if it wasn't for me,
right,
we technically wouldn't be in America right now.
That's what's up, man. That's a great, interesting story.
Yeah,
for real.
For sure.
Damn imposters.
Yeah, they try to take what belongs to us, but it's all good.
Right. Damn, man.
So we came to America. Shout out to my dad for giving us the opportunity and bringing us here and just starting that. And after that, he pretty much put it in us, built us to be strong, confident, and business people. We're all business people. Everybody in my family is business minded. We make sure we get the job done, and we all got our own stuff going for us. So that's the dope part. And we seen him struggling. When he came to America, he didn't have nothing. Like back home, we were kind of wealthy. So coming to America and not having nothing, starting from scratch, it was very hard on him. But now it's to the point where we don't let him lift a finger. Now we got to pay it back.
Right.
And we really can't pay back what our parents did for us, or anybody's parents.
Right.
Just the stuff that they've been through. Everybody has their stories.
Right.
But,
Pay it forward, man. Remember, man, your parents, man, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, they went through a life struggle to get you here and to get you to where you are. So, you know what I'm saying, whether successful or not, you know, you gotta keep in mind that you gotta shout your parents out, man. You gotta always remember your parents, man.
until this day, man, shout out to the parents. They're still, you know, they don't let a day go by without calling you and check up on you. You know, they don't allow nothing bad to happen to the kids. You know, they're still defending you from day one to day whatever
to the end.
To the end.
I was just talking to my boy about it. He was like, you know, a lot of people be like, man, as soon as my kid turn 18, you know, they out. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that shit is beyond, you know, because your kid is your kid, you know, but they might be 40 needing some assistance from their parents. So at the end of the day, man, shoot, it's to the end. You feel me? Till death do us part, like marriage. Man, so tell us about like your previous work before, you know, starting your own company and doing stuff like that. Like, what were you doing? Like, what was your work like?
It was crazy because I was definitely, you know, just a regular kid. Went to middle school, went to high school. Freshman year, my oldest brother, shout out to him, man. He did a lot for me and just teaching me how to be my own businessman and own boss. But freshman year, he talked to all of us, all his brothers. There's 4 brothers, 1 sister. He talked to all of us. He including my dad. He was like, "Yo, I want to start a hookah lounge." And I don't know if you ever been to Saley's Hookah Lounge. It was popping for about 8 years. And then we just shut down, just because of lease agreement, stuff like that. Nothing bad, but so he pretty much wanted not to work for, you know, the white man. So he, no offense.
Right. No, none taken.
Yeah.
Man, 'cause
So
at the end of the day, yes, it's a good feeling.
yeah, he didn't want to work for no one. He had an idea and he brought it to the table, and he told everybody on the family, and he was like, "Listen, I'm not gonna allow none of this to fail. This is only going to succeed, and I need you guys in my corner." You know, and at 15, I didn't know nothing about business. I didn't know how to treat people. I didn't know nothing like that, you know. So I was like, cool, I'm going to try to help out when I can. Mind you, I'm a freshman in high school, so I was focused on high school and trying to work at the same time. He didn't let me work weekdays, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was working, grinding. You know, no one at my age was doing that. I was doing maybe 5 p.m. to like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. shifts. And mind you, I'm around all adults. No one's respecting me. No one's respecting. So say like you go to a hookah lounge or something, and the person that comes up to you to ask for, hey, you're the host or whatnot, to see you. He asks to see your ID. He's 15. You're looking at him like, boy, you know, you don't got no facial hair on your face. Why would I show you my ID? Let me see your ID. So that's the type of stuff I was dealing with working there. But it just crafted me into who I am now. You know, it taught me like it doesn't matter if they're older than you and they're wrong. You still gotta, you know, respect it, because in business it's, you know, customers, clients, whatever you want to call them, they're always right.
Right.
You feel me? So at that age, I was learning that type of stuff. So it was really different, but it was cool because I was the cool kid in high school.
Right.
Everybody wanted to be my friend just because of that.
Right.
Everybody wanted to be around me just because of that. But that taught me too, like, okay, real recognize real. Who's real? Who's just trying to get in? You know. So it showed me true colors. It showed me a lot. It, you know, I didn't really care for the popularity in school, so I just stuck to my Africans, and that's all. Like, if you went to Eastern High School, you knew AOG. AOG is African Original Gangsters. We didn't really like
African Original Gangsters.
So we didn't really. We didn't really. Yeah.
I never heard of it, you know, and I went to Everett, but it's, you know, it's something new for me. So you putting me on something.
Yeah, and there were actually someone in Everett too. They claimed it.
Oh,
yeah,
for real?
Yeah. So we didn't really gang bang or nothing like that.
Right,
but it was just we were more of a family. You know, everybody had each other. You know, especially, you know, coming from a different country. You don't really have people in your corner. No one wants to, you know, hang out with you. No one wants to talk to you. No, you know, you just look different, you know. And for us being like seniors and eventually when we got older, juniors and seniors, we looked at all the, you know, we call them fresh off the boats, FOBs, fresh off the boats, just soon as they came in, it was like, man, we got to make sure they're comfortable, because nobody did that when we were fresh and coming in, or fresh. Nobody treated us like that. So when we got to seniors and being seniors and juniors, we looked back and was like, man, we're gonna make a group and make sure everybody's good. So that's when we just connected, like, from all schools, like Everett, Eastern. I believe we had a couple people in East Lansing, like, rep the AOG. But yeah, man, it was nothing harmful. We didn't, do too much bad stuff.
Right, ain't nothing wrong with having a clique, man.
Yeah.
High school, that's what it was for us.
For
Was
sure.
somebody had some form of clique. You had 4 to 5 people, and y'all was a clique. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't take it as a gang thing, but it's just I never heard of it. That's why I was like, it's different.
And then pretty much those people are the ones I let in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were in that group, you got into the hookah lounge. It didn't matter.
Right.
But if you weren't in that group, I didn't care about it.
No.
You could be the baddest chick in high school. I'm sorry. You're gonna get ID'd.
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry. It is what it is. So at the end of the day, I got to the point where I was like, all right, there's a line between friendship and business.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're trying to be my friend, you'll respect that you got to be 18 to get into my establishment. And if you're not my friend, then you're gonna obviously be pissed about me when I tell you, you're not gonna get an establishment. So that just like I said, it molded me into respecting people at a certain level, and who really was trying to, want my business or my family's business to succeed, and who didn't care, who would rather just have me, because it was a $500 to $700 fine. Say if you came into the lounge and you weren't old enough, it was that amount, and we were paying for it. You weren't paying for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit, you going home.
Yeah.
For real. I'm like, shit, I'm going home. I ain't paying for that.
Yeah. And it came out our checks. Like, my oldest brother made sure of it. He was like, if you guys were just gonna mess around and think this is a game, I'm gonna just take it out of your check. If you don't want to ID someone and they're not old enough, then you take it out of your check.
And soon, a lot of people will understand that.
Yeah, they definitely respected it. Eventually, it was like,
Yeah.
it's not just he doesn't like me. It's a business thing.
That's it, man. Well, we making money just like how anybody else make money. That's how we make ours. So respect it to go. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. So what inspired you into the film and the camera? Like, did you take pictures and stuff first, or like were you just?
I actually did. I actually started with photography. It was crazy because I used to model, and I didn't want to pay people to take my photos, so I went and bought a little camera. My first ever camera is a Sony A6000. It's about like $800 now, because they're bringing out new stuff every time.
Mm-hmm.
When I bought it, I think it was like $900. So I started taking photos of myself, and people started liking it. People started reaching out. I was like, hey, I'll pay you to take photos of me. Started getting into photography. And then one of my close friends that passed away, Bon J, long live Bon J, he asked me to
R.I.P.
He asked me to shoot a music video for him and his brother. And mind you, I never shot a music. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know the settings. I didn't know angles or nothing. So he's like, bro, I don't care. Just try it. And and the song was hard. It still is hard. Till this day, it's a dope song. And I was like, all right, come on. So after doing that, man, I just stuck with it and ran with it, and fell in love with directing. I got to the point where I don't just film anymore. I make sure that say if you reach out to me and say, hey, I got this song and I got this vision and I want you to direct it, I'm gonna go out my way to make sure that your vision comes to life. I take that director title serious.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at right now, pushing that and making sure that my films come out phenomenal. But at the end of the day, it's budget as well. So if you come with me with a $200 to $300 budget, I can't direct a $5 million video for you.
Right.
So it's got to make sense.
You pay for what you get.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, man, that's what's up. So, like, how did you develop and get your pricing for these videos? Just starting off as photography, then moving up to these videos. Like, how did you get your pricing?
So mind you, I didn't charge Von J anything. Did it for free. I didn't know what to charge people. Because I never done it. But I got some bigger directors that I look up to. Jerry Production. I'm always in his DMs. He's always DMing me back. He's a cool guy. Cardiac Films, big in Detroit. Um, my favorite is Drew filmed it. You know, I've been watching him for about 12 years, seeing him grow and like doing all types of stuff. Mind you, he barely shoots with a lot of equipment. He'll literally come with like a $30,000 to $40,000 camera and all handheld shots. You know, but it's the camera.
Right.
But and then it's the director, the expertise, and you know he's been doing it for years, so that also has a big play in it. But back to pricing. So I went to shout out to Cracklack. You know, Cracklack is my guy, and till this day he's always been supportive. One day I went to a studio session with, I don't know who the artist was. It was a while ago. It was probably like maybe 5-6 years ago. And I was just there vlogging. I was there because I was doing behind the scenes. Shout out to B&N Films, my dog Juan. He's real goated at what he does. Great guy, humble, and still, I don't know why he's so, you know, so kind and so caring about other people, and people still run all over him. You know, if I was him, I'd charge $1,000 for his videos because he's worth it, you know, and his quality's there, and what he's giving you at his platform is there. So, B&N, if you're watching this, up your price, bro.
Man, man, make him pay your worth, man.
Yeah. So shout out to B&N because he used to always just allow me to, you know, shout at him. You know, every time he was doing a shoot, he was like, "Hey, bro, I'm about to go shoot with this guy. Hey, bro, I'm about to go shoot with this guy. You want to come?" So I'm like, "Yeah." Right. So I was going to go do his photos, do all his behind-the-scenes photos, and we went to Cracklack Studio, and Cracklack had this big banner on his wall, video, producer price, you know, everything, bro. If you go to his studio, it's just everything's listed off. And it's listed to the point where you ain't gonna question it. You don't have no question to ask him. Everything's there. Right. It's broken down to the point where you don't have no question to ask him. Either you want his services or you don't. Simple. He made it that simple for you. You know. So once I took his numbers and just did some calculations. Okay, he's been doing it for this year. I'm amateur. I should just start off around here and then kind of work my way up. You know. So that's what I was doing. I was doing photo shoots for a while for $10-20, you know, unlimited photos, behind the scenes photos. Sometimes I was just taking tips. Then I got to, like I said, I did my first video with Vonjay, and after that I was like, okay, this is something that I like doing. Then I fell in love with it, and then the pricing. So the pricing really came up, like just my first time ever getting paid. You know, it was dope. I want to say who was my first client. That's tough. I think I gotta go to YouTube and see who my first client was, because that's tough. That paid me, you know. That's tough. I should remember that though. But mind you, yeah, I think he gave me or she gave me like $150 or something, real low, you know. But I was excited because I never got paid for directing or video work. So when I seen that I could, you know, make $150 off a video, I was so excited. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. Then I upgraded to the Sony 6400 4K camera. That is an amazing camera. I shot about 100 videos off that camera, and I loved it. You know, once I got that 4K camera, I was like, okay, I'm gonna set my prices at 200 because I invested in myself, like, once again. And I bought a higher quality camera that gives out higher quality footage, because the A6000, I think it only gives out 1080p or something like that. So once I did that, then I did a flat rate, $200 videos. And you want it, come get it. You know, man, everybody started reaching out because I had a price.
Right.
And once you have a price, I feel like it's respected. You know, either they're going to respect it or they're not. They're gonna go find somewhere else.
Right.
But if you're like, oh, bro, I don't know what to charge you. They're gonna look at you like, dude, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you don't know what to charge you?
Right.
Yeah, so that's the dope part. So the dope part, when I figured it out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do $200 videos, and I started doing it, started running with it. Everybody loved it. Then I started getting like behind the scenes with bigger clients. Like, so B&N was bringing me around bigger clients, and he's the one that I actually first met DZ with. And when I met DZ, it was up from there. Like, DZ's manager all the artists from like different cities just started loving my photography work because I was doing his behind the scenes, you know. So everybody started tapping in on my photography work, and then they started noticing, oh, I shoot videos as well, you know. So it was a win-win for me. So I'm always grateful for being in, you know, for Bonjay just asking me to do that video for him, and just everybody that actually had a part of it. Because at first, like I said, I never even thought I was gonna ever pick up a camera or do nothing like what I'm doing now. You know, I turned photography into a 5-star media production company, and it's well respected, and I'm gonna keep making sure everyone respects it. I feel like it's just the hard work I'm putting in. You know, there's not a day it goes by that my phone doesn't ring, and that's great. You know, there was days where I didn't have any clients, you know, where I was like looking at my lady, I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna pay this month's bills. You know, so there's tough moments, but as an entrepreneur, man, and at the age of 15, when my brothers showed me that I didn't have to work for no one else, that's when I knew I was gonna be an entrepreneur, and that's when I knew I was never ever gonna work for someone else. And once you install that, and like instill it inside you, and you accept it, it's only going to benefit you and anybody around you, because it's only going to you know, spread around, you know. It's only going to wear off on them and things like that. So everybody on my team, man, they got their own stuff going on for them. Like when I did create the team, I the first thing I told them was, don't stop what you got going on. You know, just because we're all on the same team, don't stop what you got going on. Go crazy. Alyssa's going crazy on what she's doing. Jalen as well. TK, this guy, I thought I was a hard worker, but this guy is something else, man. He's a full-time college student, you know. He has multiple clothing brands. He shoots videos, does photos, and he just started recording music. So and hats off to this guy, man, TK. And he's young.
TK sitting over there doing his thing, and man. I ain't playing.
And he's young. 21, yeah.
21, man. So they coming younger as they come with good talent.
Yeah, so it's never too early. It's never too late to do whatever you want. But believe in yourself. That's all I gotta really say. Just believe in yourself on whatever it may be. You know, whatever it is. And then your parents, your close family, those people right there, they've been around. You know, so they're gonna tell you if it's beneficial or not. Honestly, they're gonna tell you, like, and sometimes they might not know in the lane that you're in, so you gotta prove it to them. So, like, for example, nobody in my family thought my media production company was gonna be successful 2 or 3 years ago. It's still not to the point where I want it to be, but they never thought I was gonna be able to pay my bills, pay other people. They never thought I was gonna be able to, you know, take a week off and be still fine. Nothing like that. So for them now to see that I'm doing bigger budget films, bigger clients, working every day or working whenever I want, they love it. They see that I'm happy, and they see that I'm not stressed, or you know what I'm saying. So those family members, the ones that are around you, they might think that it's not a positive thing, or it's not a beneficial thing for you to do right now, but you just gotta make them believe it, like same way you made yourself believe it. Feel me? So don't stop, for real.
Don't stop, yes, man. And man, shout out to Clarity, man. Like, I when I started this podcast thing, I just hit him up, you know what I'm saying? And I knew he was taking pictures and doing small films, and it's like, dog been rocking with me every day, every since, you know what I'm saying? Rescheduling some of his stuff around, you know what I'm saying? Making sure he getting trailers. I'm talking about every trailer that he do for me is getting different, more, you know what I'm saying, efficient and better. So it's like at the end of the day, it's just a 2-man team right now with Just Game Made Me and Clarity. You know what I'm saying? If you need clarity, you know what I'm saying, I'll be right behind him to help. And it's just,
that's love.
You know, he still got his own thing. He doing Kinsietas and everything. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I can't respect, you know, another person that, you know, taking their time to honor something that you doing, as well as, you know, continue to do their own stuff. So you got yourself a great team, just like I got myself a great team over here.
And don't, if anybody out there, man, don't sell yourself short. Yeah, I was doing it by myself for 3 years. Yeah, it's stressful. And man, it's tiring. But there's nothing better than a team, brother. There's nothing better than a team. The best best directors, they won't tell you that there's 100 people on set, but there's 100 people on set for one film, or you know what I'm saying? 200-300 people on set for one film. Just because that big director got the credit for it, wait until the credits at the end.
Yeah,
you're gonna see a list of names. You're gonna see a list of people that was holding lights, that was doing sound. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about one person. If you can open doors for other people, man, try to do it, because it's only gonna benefit you in the long run.
Yeah, you ain't playing. Man, tell us about an experience, like a devastation that you had, like with this production stuff, like just one experience where either you thought something was gonna go good and it didn't, or something that you can help somebody out that you went through before.
All right. So if you're into the media production company and you want to solidify your bookings, always demand a deposit. Always demand a deposit. The deposit, I would say, is non-refundable. You know what I'm saying? So it protects you. It protects your time and from being wasted. I've seen and I've dealt with people that will take advantage of you and what you're able to give them. So yeah, in my years, I have traveled with my own money. I've traveled to go see a client. It's risk because we're entrepreneurs that we take. I traveled to go see a client. I got there, say it was probably halfway across America. I got there, the client's not there, so the client doesn't have my hotel booked, or the client doesn't have a ride from me from the airport. Those little things will break you down, and it will make you feel like shit. Excuse my language, but it will break you down and make you feel like crap. But you can't let those little things, stop you. It's a life learning lesson. Yeah, I will never ever book a flight without that deposit. I will never ever leave my front door without that deposit. You know what I'm saying? Or things like that now. But I learned, So make sure your time's not being wasted, and make sure you're definitely getting paid for your time,
Yeah, put some respect on the name.
Yeah. Put some respect on it. But that doesn't happen anymore.
Right,
that was when I was fresh meat.
Well, again, I mean, somebody else could be fresh meat, and that little bit of advice will be able to help them go a long way. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's why we got you on game, spitting them gems.
Yeah. Make sure you get that deposit. Don't play, because that deposit is non-refundable.
You heard him. You in it back, so don't play.
And
I'm
actually lenient with the deposit. If we've worked in the past and you said, hey brother, I can't make it, I will let you keep that deposit for another video, for another date and time. So I'll keep the deposit, but I'll give that deposit on another date and time. So you won't have to put another deposit on another day and time. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
But say if I don't know you,
right. Unfortunately, I mean that's fair, and unfortunately, you build relationships with people to be able to do that because you know that okay, cool, it didn't happen this time, but it's gonna happen next
Longevity.
time. Yeah, that you heard him. Longevity. You know what I'm saying? That's what these movements is. Some longevity movements.
Yes,
so, what artists have you worked with? Like, you can start off with Lansing first. Like, what Lansing artists besides like Bon J, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying, that you have worked with, doing videos with.
The list goes crazy. Shout out to Lansing, man. Everybody loves what I'm doing, and I love everything they're doing right now. Lansing is definitely on the uprise right now, and if you're not, in the mix, you're doing something wrong. You got to get in the mix right now, or you're gonna get left behind. Man, I don't know where to start. Of course, everyone's seeing me and No Sleep Millie going crazy. Shout out to No Sleep Millie, AON No Sleep Millie. Technically his personal cameraman. He only shoots with me, so shout out to him for doing that and allowing me to, bring his visions to life. TZ Osama's upcoming. It's fire. Look out for him. Treese Giovanni. Sorry, I can't believe I said his name wrong. Treese Giovanni. He's actually sitting down right now. Free him. He's a 18-year-old kid. Amazing. Got talent. Just, was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Who else? Diamond Jones is doing good. I haven't actually ever shot a video with him, but gotta acknowledge what he's doing. He got a song with Rilo Rodriguez. I don't know if you peeped that.
Jerry shot that.
I manage homeboy Debonair Doc. He's phenomenal songwriter. R&B, all types, all around. And he's a crazy entrepreneur. That man does not stop working. Shout out to him. Hats off to him. And then my second artist that I manage is Hellboy Rod. He's from Lansing as well. He's doing a lot of numbers, man. Streams wise, like he's on all platforms, and his streams, he's getting a nice check for his streams. So he's definitely putting a dent in Lansing. Other than that, man, everybody's doing phenomenal. Money Fredro, Lansing, Elwes, Lansing. I feel like I'm missing so many people. I don't want to.
I mean, it's all good. We just started there, man. But what's some of the outside of Lansing? Like, name some of them artists.
Outside of Lansing.
I know I done seen you in Florida. You was talking about Ohio. You know what I'm saying? The D.
Yeah. Eastside Re-Up, FMB Eastside Re-Up. Shout out to him. He's been locked in with me for a lot of videos. He's in Detroit. His manager, which is Big Face Barry, only wants him to shoot with me, so that's dope.
That's dope.
Yeah. I'm waiting on that DZ video. Hopefully soon we'll get a DZ video. Drop that soon. Florida, man, I got some people out there. Tampa, Orlando, Miami.
That boy be working.
Houston, shout out to Baby's World. The first time I ever, he's from Detroit, but first time I ever shot a video was out in Houston with Baby's World. Busted Lokes, he's from Houston. He's a pretty cool guy. Got a couple videos in with him. West Coast, I want to say my guy Choose Up Cheese. Shout out to Choose Up Cheese. He's signed to E40. Got a couple videos in with him. He's in the Bay Area. Bay Area is near San Francisco, I believe, somewhere over there. Something like that.
So like when you was locking these in, did you reach out to them, or like was people trying to put you on? Like how did these happen? Like for some of these artists.
So shout out to Big Face Barry once again. Like I said, when I first met him, I think it was just a connection. Right off the bat, just connected with me. He seen I was hungry. Back then when I first met DZ and him and with being in, he seen I was hungry, and till this day, like the other day, I just shot the Eastside Re-Up video, and I haven't seen him probably in like 6 months. So it's that 6 month time span. When I went and pulled up on Eastside Re-Up, he actually listed off a list of directors, and for my name to be in that list, I was trying to not smile and not trying to make a scene. I was like, oh man, Barry, you just hyping me up. He was like, no man, much respect to what you got going on and what you're doing, because he was like, a lot of directors are cool with a bare minimum. They're not elevating as fast as you are. They're not trying to be bigger production company. They're not trying to open doors for a lot of people, and they're not like my main goal is to be able to get $1 million production set for you, but you're not spending that much. Let's bring all the equipment out, let's bring everybody out, lighting crew, audio crew, everything, but let's save the artist a little bit of money. Instead of having them spend $1 million or more, let's do a little bit cheaper for them. Yeah, I'll probably take a loss on it, but everybody else on the set is gonna get paid, and we're gonna eventually get paid off the views, or whatever, the back end. So that's what I'm trying to focus on and make sure that we can give out that $1 million look for a lesser price.
A decent price.
Yeah, a respectful price.
That's what's up, man. So what are some short-term goals you got for you and your squad?
Right now, hopefully this indoor studio comes up and running. It's going to be a full media production studio where you can get green screen, white wall, photography, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be a warehouse, pretty big. So that's short-term goal. Long-term goal is to allow all 4 of us to be based in a major city. So say I'm based in Lansing. I'll have TK based in Tennessee, or wherever he wants to be based in, wherever he decides to be based in.
Right.
And Jalen based in New York, you
Right.
know, Alyssa based in Cali. And still come back as a team when it's time. So when Mills calls me and say, hey, I need all 4 of you guys,
Right.
we'll show up, you know, or you need all 4 of us,
Right.
or, you know, whoever
Yeah.
needs us at the time, we'll bring everybody together. But eventually, that's this next short-term goal is to be comfortable in a major city so we can, you know, just grow faster. Because if we're all in Lansing, yeah, we're going to grow a little bit faster, but not as fast as that we want to.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so
Right. And that's free game.
yeah,
For real.
if you can spread your team out across America, do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to move as a team all the time, but you're not gonna cover as much ground
Right.
as fast as you want. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm here taking care of Midwest and TK's on, you know, taking care of the South and so on, you know, East and West Coast taken care of. Now we just gotta go overseas. Now we gotta add 2-3 more people overseas.
That's it,
You
man.
know,
We
so-
got to lock it in all over the world.
Yes, sir.
I'm not playing, man. So, how did the game make you? How did becoming a production, you know, coming in this production and, you know what I'm saying, working at the Hookah Lounge and, you know, just being Ayub, how did it make you who you are today?
It definitely molded me into the person I am today by just, you know, never giving up, never allowing anybody to just, you know, take advantage of me and or just, you know, quitting a lot, man. we came from the gutter, bro. Honestly, my family came from the gutter. And we grew up in Hildebrandt, so in the trenches now. So, you know, we definitely seen the bottom of the barrel. Now we're trying to see the top of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure my parents can see that, you know, and hopefully they can, and my kids and so on, you know, and TK's kids, Alyssa's kids, Jalen's kids, your kids, you know, I want everybody that had anything to be a part of this A4L Productions and this media company to be successful, man. Just for you to even allow me to be on your podcast, man, I'm so grateful. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that's doing something in our city that's positive, hats off to you guys, and don't let nobody stop you, man. Do not let nobody stop you. You got this. Nobody's, you know, no one's in your way besides yourself.
Right. Man, for sure, man, and I appreciate you coming through again. You're a busy man. You just broke it down to us. You're very busy, you know. So, and it ain't the last time because again, we're just getting started with this. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like
I'll
just
definitely be
learning about TK, Jalen, and Alyssa. You know, that man, I want to have my whole table full now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just because everybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all team, but everybody has something different, or everybody was doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
TK sitting over there, 21, going to school and doing the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that everybody would want to know. So trust and believe, I'm coming back for y'all.
Yeah, man, we definitely and it's crazy because when you see us as a team together and we're out and about, none of us look like a team. You know, like, I mean, we don't match. Everyone has their own style.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everyone looks different. Everyone, you know, but it's the love that brings us together, and that drive, and that, you know, what we want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And our respect level for each other is awesome, you know. Yeah, we bump heads, you know, because we're in cars for 4 hours, or, you know, we travel a lot together. So, yeah, we bump heads, but at the end of the day, we come back, you know, level-headed, and we're like, okay, we got to get back to, you know, that end goal. So, yeah, man, this team experience was definitely beneficial to me, and it's been helpful for real. Say if I'm halfway across the country, I'm not going to deny that booking. I can't deny that booking. I'm going to go alley-oop it to the guys, or the you know, the team.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has to pick that booking up. Why give it to someone else?
Right.
You know, so
Right.
keep it in-house, and everybody eats, you know. So that's what I'm trying to be on.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I'm not playing, man. Where could we tap in with Ayub at, or get some production, or do anything like that?
A4L Productions, A4L Productions with an S, everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Our website is under construction at the moment. I just want to get to the point where everybody can get bookings individually on the website. So you can book Alyssa, you can book Jalen, me, or TK individually, or you can book us all on the website together. that's why it's taking a little bit longer. And then they're gonna have links to their websites and Instagrams all on the social on the website. So, and rebranding. We're gonna drop a new logo for the A4L Productions logo. So stay tuned for that. I got some big videos, man, dropping some heat. I got 2 videos with No Sleep Millie, featuring Peasy. Shout out to No Sleep for allowing me to shoot that. I got another hit with No Sleep Millie and All-Star JR. Another video he allowed me to shoot. Shout out to him. It's gonna be a movie. He got some heat, man. Shout out to No Sleep Millie. He's been putting in work. I got my first country girl, like R&B girl, music video dropping. So that's dope. It was a dope experience shooting that. Shout out to Alyssa. She helped me out on that. And yeah, man, just got some heat. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's Ayub, AYUB, the number 4 life. All one word, no spaces. Go hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And if you're not tuned in with No Sleep Millie's YouTube channel, his YouTube channel is We Still Juggin, WESTILL Juggin, JUGGIN. Yep, shout out to him. I believe either channel we're gonna drop those videos on. So either my channel or his channel.
Hey, you just shot that intro for Millie, man, on that Fake Famous, man. He dropped that video, man, last week, man. It's dope.
Appreciate that,
It's
brother.
hard, man.
Thanks,
That's
brother.
hard, man.
Appreciate it.
So make sure you heard him. Make sure y'all go tap into the YouTube, go to his social medias, follow him. He dropping heat every day, you know what I'm saying? Just letting it be known that they still working. You know what I'm saying? He coming as a team, he bringing his team, he doing his thing, man. So make sure y'all go subscribe. Make sure y'all go tap in the Game Made Me, man. Follow the Facebook, follow the Instagram, and go to YouTube, subscribe for new heat. As you can see, I'm about to be dropping some new heat soon in a minute, man. But man, appreciate you for coming through, bro.
All love, man.
And again,
Shout out Game Made Me.
TK, you know it, man. You know it. Shout out Game Made Me. And TK, man, I appreciate you for coming through, doing the behind the scenes. Y'all can't see him, but yes, he's doing the behind the scenes, and he will be back on Game, man. Shout out to Clarity. Shout out to, man, Lansing, man, for putting, I'm doing this, man. Y'all coming and supporting me, and also, you know what I'm saying, making time to do these interviews, you know what I'm saying. I appreciate it. And it ain't the end. You know what I'm saying? Yes, man. Peace.
I ain't tryna wife bitch. You asking how I get this bread. Just know it's a life sentence. Know that I'm a rich nigga. I place myself around the right niggas. Free my nigga Desi. I paid him just niggas. We ride, we got KKK. Cause I don't like niggas. We don't roll.